Stop. Is there a fucking turkey in here or what? Can't stand you.
This is why I don't.
One little spark of inspiration is at the heart of all creation.
Spark a dream that we're meant to follow.
You're listening to the Extra Magic Hour, brought to you by Walt's Apartment Podcast and the Diz Insider. Join the team in the studio as they bring you the spirit of Disney through park news, history, and tips and tricks to make your Disney Parks vacation even more magical.
Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Extra Magic Hour. I apologize for that giggle that just came out, but I am joined by none other than Lou, L Money, L Dog. Of course, he made me laugh. Oh, and you hear that other voice there? That is Papa, Walt's Apartment Productions.
Walt's Apartment. What the hell?
Listen, were you not the originating founding father of this show?
Yes, but that sounds really weird.
Sean, it's good to see you.
Thanks.
Hey Lou, you're muted there, bud.
You're muted, bro.
You're muted, bro.
Welcome back.
Hey, I think I downloaded the wrong podcast.
No, this is the Extra Magic Hour, and it's going to be extra magical because we have tons of theme park news from all across the world to talk about. We're going to be talking Disneyland, Epcot, Tokyo, maybe even get into Paris a little bit. Also, leaving the Disney parks for a quick second, we're going to go over to Universal, talk about Epic Universe. Lots of things to talk about. And we have a trip review. We have a quick trip from Sean.
What about SeaWorld?
Oh, I don't have any SeaWorld news. I'm sorry, Lewis.
I'm out.
I'm sorry. I will.
Lewis, will you be our SeaWorld correspondent?
Oh, of course. You asked the fucking biggest guy on the show to be the whale of the show. Appreciate it. Oh, God.
Listen.
I can't even fit on half the rides. But I love SeaWorld. But not to take the show off the rails a little bit, but I fucking love SeaWorld.
Well, we need some SeaWorld news. So when you find it, go ahead and drop it in the Extra Magic Hour chat.
I'll drop a big old splash.
Make a splash.
Make a splash. Oh, this is going to be fun.
It is. It is. I'm already excited to be hanging out with you guys tonight. So you guys are good?
Yeah, I guess. I haven't. You guys start talking about Universal Studios, so I had to come back here so we can talk about some Disney because all you guys talk about Universal Studios the past couple of weeks. What the hell?
Absolutely not. We've had tons of Disney cruise news as well.
Epic. It's been epic.
All right. Well,
I mean, Epic Universe is
pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, it looks pretty damn cool.
And it's the most relevant thing in the theme park industry right now.
And it will be probably for the next year or so. So I completely agree with you.
We will get to pass holder previews, or not pass holder, but just the Epic Universe previews in just a little bit. But from what I have already heard, wow.
Oh, from what I've seen, I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah, you're jelly, aren't you?
A little bit. I'm not gonna lie. And
you're a little worried for Disney too, aren't you?
I will never be worried. We had this conversation in our totally free Discord the other day, and I still stand by my guns that Disney will be just fine.
We have a totally free Discord?
We totally do.
Where is it?
Just go to Discord and look up Walt's Apartment Productions, and there we are.
All right. And like Sean said, it is absolutely free. So we are going to start
conversations in there.
We do. We are going to start with Disneyland news first. So, Sean?
Love me some Disneyland. Just a couple things that we have in our notes here. Soarin' around the world is getting a refurb, and I'm not sure that I think this should happen, but I understand why it's happening. Everyone loves Soarin'. You go on there, and at the very end, you're going up before you go back into Disneyland, and you kick your feet out the Eiffel Tower, right? But it's cockeyed on top or
It's a
crooked
little
on top.
crooked.
It's a little crooked. Well, the building it's a circular freaking screen, so it kind of makes sense that it's. But supposedly they're doing a refurb and they're gonna straighten the Eiffel Tower and make it look straight. I don't know. Is it something that even needs to be done? Because it's kind of known now, and it's kind of like a fun thing. So,
Well, they fixed it in Epcot.
Oh, they did.
They did fix it in Epcot.
Okay.
So, and actually,
How do you fix it? I'm curious. Do you put a flat part in the middle of the screen so it's flat? Or
I think they just changed the perspective of where you're flying over. There's actually a picture in our Discord that you can go check out that shows the change.
Okay.
You want me to send it to you, Lou? You can put it up.
Yeah, I got it right here.
You got it. So the refurb is going to take place from April 28th through May 1st. And actually, when it opens, the updated Eiffel Tower scene is not going to be there yet.
Oh, okay.
Going to have to do another refurb to fix it at that point.
Which is shocking that they're going to put that ride down anytime in the 70th anniversary. But hopefully they'll get it taken care of pretty quickly.
So, yeah, I think it's just, I think that's going to be a quick fix.
Yeah.
I do have a question for you guys, though.
Sure.
Do you think that we need iterations of Soarin' Over the World in both Disneyland and Walt Disney World? Or do we keep Soarin' Over California in California and keep Soarin' Over the World in Walt Disney World?
Well, you know that they switch it in California. Like
I know they switch
for
it
food and wine. So
I know they do, but I know there's also a huge fan base that doesn't want it switched. Says, let me go to Walt Disney World to have a different experience. And
I think you put California and Florida.
Here.
That's my opinion. I think you put California and Florida. I live in California and I've lived here most of my life. So, I mean, Disneyland started in California. It ends at Disneyland when you end your, when you end your trip.
Mm-hmm.
When you end your soaring. So I think that's cool. But I don't know. Everyone gets so excited when it goes back to California for those 40 days for food and wine, and then World is cool. I think World smells better. I'm not gonna lie. Like for the smells that they put out, I think it it smells better than California. The oranges are really all you get in California, but I'm neither here nor there on it. I could care less either way. I think they're both pretty cool. So that's my opinion. Louis, what do you think?
I mean, I think with the technology it has, it'd be cool to see different variations. Yeah. It'd be cool to see during certain anniversaries, like, hey, maybe put together some type of, I know people are going to hate on it, but I guess it's technology. Put together some AI version of like a retro Disneyland over there.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
what if you did like a Christmas one and you are like flying a Santa sleigh and flying over what Christmas looks like in all the countries?
Yeah.
I mean, that would be, and that's what I'm saying is be unique with it. For Pixar Fest, maybe you have like a 2-week special where you're flying through the animated worlds of Pixar.
That would be amazing.
I think Soarin' has a lot of potential to be more than just your Leaning Tower of Pisa. Like I really think like there's so much potential.
It is pretty crooked.
That.
That's crazy how crooked it is.
Yeah, like
do you have the Epcot picture?
I didn't. I just got the one from the Discord.
So
that's wild. That's wild. How crooked
so
what if you flew through like Wakanda? Like, I mean, what if you did a trip through Wakanda? I think that'd be cool. You could.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's unlimited what you could actually do. Well, I mean, literally, what is it? You change the video. You don't have to do anything to the ride. Yeah. You change the video and you change the sign out front.
Well, there's a little bit more because you have to change the motions of the vehicle if you're going over something under your banking. Yeah. So there is a little bit more that has to be done than just the video, and that's why when it goes down for a little bit more than a couple weeks because they have to put the new what's the new ride system and all that stuff. Yeah. So there is a little bit more. Not only that, when they change that stuff for ride technology, they have to then at that point, what's the word I'm looking for? Do the dummy jugs again, because now you change some things. So is it too much pitch? Is it not enough?
Let me play devil's advocate here. What if they just use the technology to create a new map to fly over that matches the ride system that's already in place?
Well, they could. I mean, they could. I mean, that would be.
What if you put the things in place where they need to go so you don't have to change the ride system?
Well,
you wouldn't even know what was happening. So, but I agree with Sam. Like, how easy could it be?
You're right. You would not know it's happening at all. But the thing that would become a challenge is once Disney fans find out that you did that, well, then they want to burn it down. They're like, hey, you guys took a shortcut. And one thing, as a Disney fan that hates shortcuts, no one likes that.
Well, okay,
and so honestly, before we go too far on this, though, here is the Epcot version of.
Obviously, that's while it's moving, so it's a blurrier picture because it's in motion.
Right.
And then this is the Toontown version in DCA. No, it's playing.
So I have actually something else that might be another complaint for Disney fans or park goers in general. So, like, let's say you're planning a vacation for your family, and you're like, oh, you're not going to know what layover they're doing, and there may be something you really want to see, and you could get really, really upset that your family doesn't get to see the iteration that you wanted to see because 2 weeks before your trip, Disney announced they were changing it.
Sure. So to touch on Louis' point real quick about them taking shortcuts. So when they create these other fireworks shows now, especially at Disneyland, they'll do a projection on the castle and projections over in Galaxy's Edge, and they're using the same fireworks. Obviously, is that cutting corners as well, or is that just really smart?
I think it's ingenuity.
Yeah, and that's what I think. That's what you're saying, Sam. Is why not just have the same damn motions? Because the normal ride goer isn't going to notice that. Hey, this is what I did on the other one, because you're looking at the pictures and the videos and thinking, So, but I understand what Louis is saying about, why would you cut corners?
I think fireworks, they do change a little bit. The thing with fireworks, though, is it's still fireworks. You're soaring. You're given that belief that you're soaring over new lands. Sure. So it should be different. But also, too, to not get too far off the topic with it, but the fireworks, that's nostalgia Disney. That's that museum Disney that nobody wants to touch. If it was up to me, I'd get rid of fireworks.
We know you would.
I'd be okay if it was drones.
Honestly, it would be a great topic for us to pull over into Imagine That, because we're covering all of the lands. So when we get there, I mean, when we get to that park per se, but we can talk about it.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure Amanda and Kevin would have some great ideas. But let's stay in Disneyland for a second.
Let's do it. This week,
I think Thursday, Avengers Campus.
Well, Disneyland Resort. I mean, everyone says Disneyland. I call everything at Disney in Disneyland.
I know, but this is our park show, so we want to specify what we are talking about.
Disneyland Resort
in
the Disneyland Resort in DCA. Yes. So Thunderbolts comes out this week, I believe, Thursday night. Thunderbolts comes out, so they have the Red Guardian now appearing in DCA and Avengers Campus, which is awesome. I think it's Joey put in our Discord. It says, Sean, when did you get another job? And it's a fat guy with a beard with the mask on, so that's what they think of me. That's okay. But it looks cool. We have a little video here. I'll throw it up here really quick, and you can see him. The guy is kind of on point. He sounds like the role that is it David Harbour or Daniel Harbour? It's David Harbour, right?
David.
Yeah. Sean, I kind of see it though.
I kind of do, actually, looking at it now. I mean, his beard's more brown than mine. Mine's completely gray now.
So
at this point,
May 2nd is when you're going to be able to see.
That makes sense. That's Friday, and the movie comes out Friday, so that makes sense. So here we go real quick. Take a look.
Captain Marvel.
Ant-Man, Spider-Man, Spider, like my daughter, Natasha, the Black Widow.
Sean, you're sharing in a
hold on.
different screen.
Captain
You're sharing in a
America,
different screen.
It's me,
There you go.
Let's start over, sorry.
Marvel,
My bad.
Ant-Man, Spider-Man,
Rookie.
Spider, like my daughter, Natasha, the Black Widow. Oh, God of Thunder, Captain America, it's me, Alexei Shostakov, Red Guardian.
Oh, his laugh is great.
I'm not gonna lie. If Disney wants to pay me to come do that, I would absolutely would go. I'll dye the beard red. That'd be great. Let's go. But
Oh my goodness.
it looks like fun. It looks cool.
Yeah.
I love when they put out a Marvel movie that the characters show up in the park. Deadpool did it. My Wanda did it. So it was just, and I think that's the coolest thing. Like Wakanda Forever, they had, was it M'Baku and the what are they called?
Dora
That's them, yeah. But they're always there still. Or I don't know if that's changed too. I know they're getting rid of some stuff, but yeah. I love that they bring in these Marvel characters in the park, and it's fun, and people love that. And what are your guys' thoughts on that?
I think that it takes an element. I think personally for me, characters are my favorite part of the park. Mm-hmm. I prefer character interactions, especially for my child, over riding attractions or the food or the ambiance even of Disney. That the characters are what makes Disney magical for me, and that they're willing to stay in character, and they're so, it's not something you can go to a birthday party and find. The experience 100%. Is very, very, very different because Disney holds their CMs, especially their face characters, into a very high regard. So I love it.
Marvel characters crush it, I think. They do a great job.
Well, when you think about it, when you get placed in these roles, you are there because you wanted to be a Disney character. You know, you embody the character that you take that part in. So I love it. I would be down for more characters all over the place.
Right.
And not just in Disney parks, but in other theme parks too.
Like SeaWorld?
All right. You got slow. Okay, now you're being aggressive. For me, I like the idea. I think it's really cool. I'm glad they're doing it. A part of me though is almost curious why they didn't do all the Thunderbolts, considering most of those costumes have already been seen. And not only that, with the canceling of the Black Panther, Black Widow show, the Avengers show, it would have been cool to see all of them there in Avengers Campus just to add a handful more characters. I also wish they didn't announce this before the film. I wish they would, and the reason being is because the fact that now Red Guardian plays the key role. Normally, it's the key character, and for me, that's a tad bit of a spoiler, but not a bad spoiler because you. I
was going to ask that if did he have a bigger role in this than we thought, and that you actually touched on that. I completely agree.
But overall, I think it's a missed opportunity because you could have you have Bucky already. I think the only one we have not seen in the parks or a costume wise would be Ghost. Everybody else has some type of rendition of themselves. They
have a Taskmaster already.
They have a Taskmaster. Who's the Captain America? I'm blanking his name right now.
John Walker.
Yeah. They already have Captain America costumes, and they could have easily kind of manufactured that one.
Yeah.
His daughter, I mean, that's not hard at all. You need a blonde Black Widow. Yep. Like, that's not hard at all to portray that. So, like, I wish you'd have saw all the Thunderbolts. But, I mean, you got to give credit where credit's due. And Disney, after axing a bunch of the actors, brought Red Guardian. I'll take that as a W.
I mean, there very well could be a reason from the film that we haven't heard yet, or that we haven't seen, but why we're not going to see them. So we don't know yet. We'll have to see.
Louise is right, though. They always do that. They did it with Wanda. They showed her like 3 days before the movie came out.
I agree with that. I'm just saying there may be a reason why we're not getting other characters that will be revealed to us in the film
beforehand as well. So I agree with you, though, Sam. There could be more.
What if they kill somebody off in the movie? How are they going to have them show up in Avengers Campus?
That's fair.
We don't know.
Valid point.
So, hey, Sean, if
Hey,
somebody wants to travel to Disneyland Resort and check out Avengers Campus
right?
and see the Red Guardian, who could they contact?
They could do what I did last week. They could get in touch with Getaway Today and start planning their Disney vacation today. Let's hear more about it, huh?
Let's do that.
It's been a great show so far, but who's ready for an ad break? Did you know that the best way to keep our shows going is by supporting our sponsors? So, let's get to know more about the travel experts at Getaway Today. They've been helping to make vacation dreams come true since 1990. And whether you want to visit the happiest place on earth or to travel to Orlando for a most epic adventure, they are there to help. Are you trying to find out which hotel is your best option or which theme park tickets will work best for your visit? Are you concerned that you might need a last-minute change? No worries. Their travel experts will help you out. Looking to book a cruise but don't know where to start? Hey, they can help with that too. They will find the perfect cruise for your vacation, whether it's your first time or you're a well-seasoned cruiser. When you book your cruise with one of the Getaway Today experts, you will have a dedicated agent to help you every step of the way. They take care of the details so you can have the most fun. Getaway Today offers peace of mind travel, allowing you to cancel or make changes up to 72 hours before your trip. You will always have the most up-to-date vacation information, both pre-arrival and upon welcome. Getaway Today guarantees the best prices, with no hidden fees, and every time you book through Getaway Today, they will donate a portion back to a charitable organization in your area. And so far, over $4.5 million have been donated. So, go ahead and dial 1-855-GETAWAY, that's 1-855-438-2929, and be sure to tell them that Walt's Apartment sent you. Or just click the link in our show notes for more information and the best deals to start your Disney, Universal Studios, or cruise vacation planning. What I'm trying to say is, if you like to travel, check out Getaway Today. Alright, so now it's time to get back to enjoying that view from Walt's apartment. Let's get back to the show.
I like when he says, who's ready for an ad break?
So definitely check out our sponsors Getaway Today for all of your travel needs, not just to Disneyland, but they could also help you plan a trip to our next destination that we're going to talk about today, which is Epcot at Walt Disney World, because we have 2 lounges coming to us. One of them is just going to be available for pass holders. So during the VI pass holder days from May 14th through July 13th, Restaurant Marrakesh is going to be hosting the pass holder lounge this year. They are teasing that there could possibly be characters that are going to be walking around the lounge. And if you don't know where Restaurant Marrakesh is, that's obviously in the Morocco Pavilion. It's going to be open. Obviously, it's going to be open from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. every single day. During the VI pass holder events, there's always extra perks for VIP pass holders or for pass holders. There's discounts. There's new magnets that you can get at Epcot. And then there's special snacks that are just for pass holders and special photo ops that are just for pass holders. So check out the lounge at Restaurant Marrakesh if you're a pass holder and you're there during VI pass holder days. You do still need a reservation to get into Epcot. So unless you're going after 2 p.m. If you're going after 2 p.m.
Okay.
If you're going after 2 p.m., you don't have to.
Wait, you can just show up after 2 p.m. there?
Yes.
That's fucking cool.
Or it could be a good to go day where they're not requiring reservations. You can go check that out. Definitely check it out and make sure you get your reservation if it's something that you want to go check out. But
is
if
that
you're
always
in the
a
parks,
thing? I need to go back to that. Is that always the thing after 2 p.m.?
Yes, except for Magic Kingdom, because in Magic Kingdom, you
It's the Magic
cannot
Kingdom.
on Saturdays and Sundays, you cannot go in after 2 p.m. Like you still have to have a reservation.
But you could Monday through Friday.
Yes.
Shit, that's cool.
Yeah.
Why do we not have that?
I don't know.
That's kind of.
Do you guys still have reservations?
Oh God, yes.
I mean, I know you do, but
Yeah.
Hang on one second.
Reservations are the scum of Disney.
Oh, here we go. All right.
But I'll leave that there.
Well, I'm sorry that's how you feel, Lou, but that's about where we are. So again, you need to be a pass holder to be able to get into the pass holder lounge.
Right back at you.
You have to be able to show your pass holder card or have your pass linked to your Magic Band.
Which is kind of shitty. Let's be real about this, because yeah, it's for pass holders, for celebrating pass holders, but the people that come like normally are paying way more money to be there. They should get some of those perks too. Just saying. But
yeah. And honestly, well, so because Epcot very much is a locals park. As far as the other theme parks go, at Walt Disney World, a lot of locals will go and drink around the world, or they'll meet friends for lunch or something.
I hear that's fun.
It is. It is. We should all go do it sometime. Lou doesn't drink, but he can eat around the world.
Nope.
All right, here we go again with the whale jokes.
Stop. But Sean, guess what?
Tell me.
You may not be able to get into the pass holder lounge. Well, you're a pass holder, aren't you?
I'm a magic key holder, yeah, but I don't have a pass holder.
Oh, that's right.
We got the West Coast keys.
That's right.
I forget you guys.
How do you do that?
Forget you guys are on that.
I do it with my hands.
But there is another lounge that you can get into that you might actually like. It's adults only.
Oh.
So Epcot is like inside Spaceship Earth.
The golf ball.
Yes.
Okay.
They are actually opening up GO82 as a lounge, and they are going to have some very, very unique cocktails and just small little bites. Nothing.
Did you be a pass holder for that too?
No.
Okay.
That's for anybody. So if
Shocking.
you listen, people day drink at Epcot. So if you need an afternoon sip and a snack, you can go check it there. Or you can book their fireworks experience, and you'll be able to see Luminous, the Symphony of Us, from the tables in the lounge's windows. So that experience, you get a tasting tower.
Oh.
Right? I want a tower.
Right.
I'll take a tower of drinks. And then you get...
Glad you specified.
Do you want it straight or leaning?
You get champagne poured tableside, and then their event exclusive cocktails. Some of the drinks that they have are a caramelized leek martini. I'm not sure how I feel about leeks in a martini, but I would probably try it. A brown butter old fashioned, a strawberry.
Oh, let's go.
A strawberry and coconut right hand, which is tequila with vermouth. Clarified New York sour. So give me all the bourbon. Highbrow Batanga, which is again tequila. Strawberry black pepper sour. Electron.
Ooh.
Lots of tequila. So it's lots and lots of tequila. That's mezcal. A peach shrub whiskey smash. Banana brulee highball.
Oh, shit. That's diabetes in a cup.
An exclusive Disney Select bourbon flight.
Damn.
I'm here for it.
Let's go.
They also have 0 proof cocktails. So you don't have to. Lou can enjoy those. The walk through the garden and the Manhattan in the morning. Very spring, very demure for the Lou L money here. Tons of wine selections, beer selections. They have cannellini hummus, artisanal cheeses, flatbread, a crab gâteau, and then an ahi tuna truffle.
Gal Gadot. Was that what you said?
A crab gâteau.
Louis, I'm going to say this, we have our own personal chat here so we can discuss the show while we're talking. And Lewis puts in here, Sean's Spaceship Earth looks like Sean's head. Wow. Just, I don't know. What did I even say? I didn't even say anything wrong. It kind of does, though. He's right. So. All right. Anyway, moving on.
Okay. So I know lots of people very excited for GO82. Being able to yes. So June 4th is when GO82 officially opens. Reservations will be taking I guess you'll be able to make reservations on May 6th. So sounds like you're gonna need reservations.
Yep.
Everybody's going to want that, especially for that fireworks experience package. So
For sure.
It sounds like you're going to need reservations and a DD.
100%.
tis Epcot.
Yeah, make your reservation for the restaurant and make your reservation for Uber.
For Uber at the same time. This part brought to you by Uber.
That part.
Mhm.
Okay.
That sounds wild. That's, it's funny. I just a quick side note. When I was there last month to see my friend's son perform, it was food and wine. So they had that whiskey pickle bourbon.
Oh, it's so
my God. Let me tell you, it was so good. Well, the guy over here making the face is the guy that doesn't drink, but it was absolutely amazing. It had a pickle spear in it. And it was
I also hate pickles.
Good. Oh, I'm sorry, dude.
You hate pickles?
That is just wrong.
That's so bad.
What is wrong? What is wrong with you?
He'll be okay. He'll be
Or I
okay.
won't. One of
You'll
those.
be all right. You'll be all right,
okay.
Sam.
He'll be all right.
You'll live.
Hey, Lou, we are jumping
Hey, Sam.
far away from Walt Disney World. We are going across the ocean
SeaWorld Tokyo.
to Tokyo. What news do you have from Tokyo?
Well, can we just start by
No.
why Tokyo Disneyland is the second greatest park next to Disneyland?
You mean next to
Because
Disney?
No. It's second best next to Disneyland, and there is a small 8-letter word land that is very close to my heart. They
Oh my God.
are the second park that has Toontown. A fun fact for you. Shimmy on that with your SeaWorld jokes. But yeah, Tokyo is getting some remodeling, some expansions, some overlays, layovers,
shimmy
whatever
again?
word you want to choose.
Can you shimmy again,
And
please?
no. Boom. So we got some graphics here that were shared. Yeah, we got Moana, Incredibles, Up, all coming to an Adventureland makeover. Unfortunately, some things like Jungle Cruise and the Tiki Room featuring Stitch are going to be no more. But
They have not officially said that yet. They've hinted at it, but there's not been an official statement yet.
oh, referee called the flag. There it is. My apologies. I will rebuttal that statement. But yeah, I'm excited. The OLC company, they put in work.
They do.
They're the Walts on the other side of the world. I mean, they put in the work, they put the money, they say, hey.
Well, they don't.
If we're gonna do
Disney doesn't. Disney's not putting in the money.
That's what he's saying.
That's
Oriental
That's why I
Land
said-
Co.
yeah.
is, yeah.
That's what. Hey, referee, if you want to rewatch the tape, I said OLC. Okay, I'll give you the rebuttal of Tiki Room and Jungle Cruise, but I did say OLC. And little plug for those that don't know, if you're unfamiliar what OLC is, tune into your local Disney Plus channel, pull up Imagineering Story, and around episode 3 and 4, you will find out what OLC is. But yeah, I'm excited. It's nice to see the big expansions on the other parks because that just means we might get a sticker from there, and that's about it here on the space side.
Or a pin.
But yeah, I'm excited for them.
I will travel to Tokyo to go to Disneyland and Disney Sea. So it is important. It is important to know. Disney Food Blog has said this, that no attractions have been officially confirmed to close. So yes, it seems pretty clear to us that some of them are closing. Actually, Lou, while I tell this, on the Disney Food Blog, there was a plan, I believe, of what Tokyo's expansion plan was by the OLC.
I will get it while you're.
Thank you.
I will get it up right now.
They also have not set any construction dates or timelines. And the concept art is very early and part of a big picture vision that they have for the next decade. That's what I'm asking Lou to pull up right now because they have tons of plans. It is very exciting to think about what could be coming. So we've talked about Moana. What other IPs? Moana.
Incredibles.
Incredibles. And Up.
Why is Up not represented more everywhere?
It should be.
It should be.
for some reason in Tokyo, they get to show their respect for certain IPs that we don't necessarily get to show because we don't have the money here. Or we don't have the money negotiated to spend in that way.
We have the money. We just would rather put it on other things.
Are you seeing what I'm talking about, Lou?
I'm pulling it up right now.
It's like a 10-year plan.
Yep, I got you right here.
Let's go. Let's go with the 10-year plan. I'm looking back at the chat and you guys just made me laugh. While you're pulling that up, do you want me to hop over to the 25th anniversary for Tokyo Disney Sea?
Yes.
So they have started to tease the 25th anniversary celebration of Tokyo Disney Sea. They're calling it a sparkling jubilee. It is taking place from April 15th, 2026 to March 31st of 2027. There is obviously, just like every anniversary, there's going to be special entertainment, special merch, themed food and beverage options, and decorations. However, I feel like they do everything better than we do. So the anniversary event is going to have a character greeting on Mediterranean Harbor, where Disney characters dressed in their 25th anniversary costumes are going to take to the waters in a specially decorated boat. And starting in January of 2026, Waterfront Park at American Waterfront will debut a vibrant new stage show called A Festival of Dance and Music from Around the World. They are going to have lots and lots to offer. We will definitely cover more of those things as we see them rolling out here on Extra Magic Hour. So, but part of what I was just asking Lou to pull up, in Fantasy Springs, they just opened up their 8th themed port in the land in 2024. It's the largest expansion in the park's history, and they have even more to come. So it's crazy.
So I have here what they're talking about, more to come, but I do not see the Disney Springs expansions. No.
That's okay. That's okay. We can, you know where we can put that? Our absolutely free Discord.
Can do that.
Absolutely free.
Anything else you want to say about Japan?
No, other than, I mean, actually, I do want to pay a little respect to Japan. I mean, they've been putting out a lot of merch. If you've been following us on our free Discord, then a shameless plug for that, or any of our social media handles. Japan just hosted the Star Wars celebration, but also too, man, the Japan merch has been flying into the parks recently, and their merch is on point. If you hadn't had a chance to check out the merch coming out of Japan, Tokyo and Shanghai and all those parks overseas, man, the merch is dialed in.
It really is. Honestly, I've been able to get some Shanghai merch before, and it's so much different than ours. I don't know. Everything is unique there. And I feel like they have, it could just be because it's different than our culture. So when we see something that's different, we are drawn to it. But I like it. I appreciate it. Either way.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I was gonna segue, but
I was gonna say, either way, on our show, you'll definitely be hearing more about Tokyo Disney Land and Tokyo Disney Sea, and what is in store for the 25th anniversary celebration, and also as far as the expansion plans go for their resorts internationally. So
speaking of merch, because merch is a very important thing, right? Everyone has merch. We even have merch.
Merch makes money.
Merch makes the money. So did you know that we have a site where you can buy Walt's apartment merch?
No, we don't. Do we?
We do. Let me have Kevin tell you about it. Hang on one second.
Sunken City Designs brings you art. Do you like art? I know I do. How about art based on Disney characters, like Mickey Mouse and the Oyster Thieves? You know, that's actually from Alice in Wonderland, the best princess movie ever made. Also, we have some dwarfs that have their heads ripped off sometimes. Why? I don't know. It's because it's Sunken City Design. So go there, sunkencitydesign.com. Get yourself some great merchandise. You got posters and, I believe, clothes. Who knows? I got a cup from there, and it's fantastic. Do you like cups? Do you ever use those? I do. Go for it. Oh yeah, sweatshirts. Can't forget about those. If you're ever cold, get yourself a sweatshirt from sunkencitydesign.com. Also, WALL-E. You know, that's the best movie ever made. Second only to Alice in Wonderland. All right, if you also like Walt's Apartment, they have merch for that too. Where? sunkencitydesign.com. Hopefully you've already loaded up that site and you're looking at it, and you have some items in your cart. Go ahead and check out as soon as you can, because the show's about to come back on. All right, everybody, we appreciate you.
We do appreciate you, Lou. And I'm so glad you're here tonight to talk parks with us.
Always.
All right. Are you guys ready to roll into Epic?
That was a terrible drum roll.
I did my best. I'll get a soundboard. I'll work on it. So, Epic Universe actually opened up previews earlier than they anticipated to, and not just for APs, but for everyone. Lou, what have you heard?
So, well, first off, for those that haven't heard, in case you've been living under a very, very large rock, Epic Universe just opened up with 5 new lands. The Harry Potter land, Super Nintendo World, How to Train Your Dragon, Dark Universe, and Celestial Park. And the reviews that are coming out for this thing are flipping amazing. I mean, the ride technology they're coming out. I mean, the How to Train Your Dragon land is... I mean, I'm a horror fan, but it's solid. I mean, you got every one of your favorite YouTubers out there have streamed this, posted, shared a lot of cool feedback, and what I really like about it is Epic Universe is doing the best they can to monitor all the spoilers. I mean, trying to find a decent full ride through of the main attraction in Dark Universe, man. That Frankenstein animatronic in there, dialed in.
Yeah.
The technology. I mean, if it was rumored at one point that Universal was stealing Disney Imagineers, I think they proved it with this park.
I agree with you.
I mean,
it is dialed into the fullest, and not only that, it's well done. I mean, the theming. So some negatives that have been taken back, though. There are some people sharing that it may not be a full day park.
Really?
There are some people saying there's...
I've had people say that you need a day for every portal in the park.
Oh, Jesus.
So there was one YouTuber, let's see if I can find the comment. They were sharing that it looks bigger than it is, but
while you're looking for that, I will go ahead and add that previews are open to the general public, not just APs like we thought they were going to be, through May 19th.
So the place is already open. It's not like they're not having this big grand opening Memorial Day weekend still?
So they're still going to. They are definitely working through technical things that could still come up in the park. They are trying to get all the bugs out of the way before they do their hard launch. So yes, it's still going to have a grand opening, but they are giving previews to the people that are there at that time who can get in. Initially, it was just going to be offered to Universal annual pass holders and to hotel guests of the Universal resorts, but now they are giving it to everyone.
That hotel, holy shit! That hotel looks freaking amazing. Just damn.
So my YouTube is having some technical difficulties as I am speaking. So I will find that screenshot and post in our free Discord. But when I recall that comment, it was a very lengthy comment too. And they're sharing, hey, there's a lot to see. There's a lot to feel, like vibes, rides and attractions wise, though. It's not going to be an all-day thing.
Do we have a count? Do we know how many attractions or rides they have? Do we know?
I tried finding a list, and maybe it's in our Discord somewhere, but I tried finding a list of the attractions they have there, and I didn't find one. Now, granted, it's not, like
I can tell you about the review I'm reading right now.
Yeah, go ahead. I'll pull up the list and see if I find a list.
May 22nd is when it officially opens. The land of it, or the park officially opens. But my friend Megan Miller said, "We know I love theme parks, but this one was unlike anything I've ever experienced before. My jaw hit the floor countless times throughout the day with the impressive theming and technology used to bring magical worlds to life. I could have spent a full day in each individual portal, especially Dark Universe, where I did spend most of my day. But I was luckily able to cram everything into one day before closing out the park and being one of the very last guests to leave. The only things I missed out on were the Harry Potter ride because I couldn't get a virtual queue time, and the Untrainable Dragon show, which wasn't running all day. I was able to do all the other rides and even rode Stardust Racers and Monsters Unchained 3 times each. I have so much more to post once I go through my photos and videos. So go check out Megan on her social media if you want her take from it.
I got the list right here. There are a total of 13 rides. Okay. Those rides are and include Curse of the Werewolf, which is your traditional, it says right here, off-the-shelf spinning coaster. You have Yoshi's Adventure. It's a dark ride, sees guests with little Yoshi vehicles. You have Fire Drill, which is located in the How to Train Your Dragon portal. And what that is, it's an attraction shooting water and targets, but occasionally crossing paths with other vehicles. Then you have Dragon Racer Rally, which is this is the ride that we've seen a lot of the sneak peeks of. It's the one where you're seeing them spinning in the air. Then you have Mario Kart Bowser's Challenge. Then you have Constellation Carousel, and it's a carousel this one's higher ranked. It says
that carousel spins in multiple directions.
Oh shit!
Yep. Then you have Donkey Kong.
We recorded an episode on every portal on Imagine That. So you can go back and listen to our last couple Imagine That episodes. You'll be able to find some information on each portal that exists in
Imagine That or Extra Magic Hour.
Sorry, I meant to say Extra Magic Hour.
You're good.
I record too many shows here. I record too many shows around here. Extra Magic Hour.
You have Stardust Racers. And then you have Lake Circuit or Arrhenius. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. It's in the How to Train Your Dragon. Hiccup Wing Gliders. The Untrainable Dragon, which is the Untrainable Dragon. Show. That's the main show, correct. Then you have Monsters Unchained, the Frankenstein Experiment. And then you have Harry Potter and the Battle at the Ministry. And that's the ride. And so, based on the list, I now I really want to find that comment, because based on the list, again, 13 attractions with a couple of them being your basic off-the-cart attractions. I think right now it seems like an all-day park because you want to take in all the different layers, plug Disney, the different layers of Imagineering, but based on the ride list, some of those attractions I can see down the road like, not this time.
But also, but overall, they're not going to have like the queues that they're going to have in the future.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
So it very well could be an all-day park because you're going to spend more time waiting in lines than you are during a preview.
Right.
Yeah, but at the same time, too, I mean, the How to Train Your Dragon Land the most. That one excites me, and here's why. Some of those rides are rudimentary rides, but you put enough paint and detail on the rides to give them that story, that vibe, people buy into it. You compare that to, say, Jumpin' Jellies over at Disney's California Adventure. It's like, yeah, they're jumping jellyfish, but that's But you look at some of the glider one or the dragon ride, it's like, that's so basic, but you added so much oomph to it. The same, I would compare that to the Inside Out ride at Disney California, where that ride was just Flix Flyers, but you add so much kinetics of Inside Out that people want to ride it. The kinetics in this thing, in How to Train Your Dragon's Land, are dialed in. Super Mario World, I think is cool. The addition of Donkey Kong is super rad. Harry Potter, some of the effects that people get to do in that land and on that ride or that entrance, that technology like is dialed in. The land that I've seen the least amount about is the Celestial Park.
Oh, Lou,
But-
that's the episode I took over the land for Extra Magic Hour.
You didn't
No,
listen,
but
Lou?
meaning like, hold on.
I went
It's
into it in
e-break.
detail.
Hold on. Again, hit your e-break there, ref. Let me reframe the question that I just said. The one that I've seen the least of
Oh.
is Celestial Park. Not saying I don't know nothing about it. That's the one I've seen least of.
So you're saying you listened to my episode that I did?
Because people are listening to me and we are here on the air, I'm going to say yes.
I'm gonna say
Absolutely.
yes.
I listened to that episode so thoroughly. It was one of my favorite episodes I ever listened to.
Well, we
send to
submitted
you
it. We
tonight.
submitted it for a podcast Emmy. We're just waiting to hear back still. So I hope.
Yeah, it's getting more of a razzle award, but we'll play along.
We will send it to you later, Lou, so you can listen to it. I'll post it in the Discord.
Yeah. There you go.
He's
I
already
will do my
listening.
very best. Yeah, I'll do my very best to listen to it again. It was such a great episode.
You are absolutely ridiculous. Is
The
there anything?
rewatchability on that is great.
Is there anything else that you guys want to say about Epic Universe before I hit you with some other Universal news?
I do.
Go for it. That's what we're here for.
Appreciate Universal Studios or Epic Universe, aka Universal Studios, not being petty and not doing reservations. And yeah, I'm gonna leave it with that.
Step off your box. Step off your soapbox. Sorry.
Well, if you are here's moving on to some other Universal news. If you are a pass holder, you can have access to the exclusive after hours pass member park takeover, which is going to be June 5th, 8 p.m. to 12 a.m. Reservations are going to be available, or RSVPs for the event start on May 6th after 11 a.m. on the Universal Pass member homepage.
How much is that?
Yeah.
I don't know how much that costs.
Okay. Well, I'm just trying to compare it to like a.
Please tell me it's less than 120, just so people can be so mad that it's affordably priced and a great time. Shout out to the guys that went to FanFest. Yeah.
Hey, we can't wait to hear about Kevin and Amanda and their experience at FanFest this last weekend. We've heard a little bit in our Discord, in our private chat.
It looks amazing. I'm not gonna. I can't believe I keep saying that about Universal, but it looks amazing. It looks really, really cool. So
you know who else is saying that?
Everyone else.
Bob Iger.
Bob Iger's like, oh shit.
Oh my goodness.
He's like, I gotta go again. He's like, I gotta go. Find me a replacement.
Yep. Hey, Walt lost Oswald. Iger lost the parks. I mean, Universal takes the wins in those.
Yeah. We'll see.
Okay, you want to see the comparison? Well, we're pulling up our next topic. You want to know the comparison between Universal and Disneyland right now? I'm gonna show you in just 2 clicks. Okay.
Tell me, buddy.
Here we go. Disneyland, Universal. Universal, Disneyland. I'm just telling you, man.
Oh my goodness. That's crazy business. I am trying to find.
Hey, but you guys aren't ready for
to
the
buy
speakers.
it. But I don't
There's
see
another
the
theme
actual
park
price.
enterprise coming up on the ranks. You know
SeaWorld.
who that is?
SeaWorld.
SeaWorld. Yeah.
SeaWorld's coming hard.
You know,
The whales are going to space.
because I don't
Dominic
have a
Rebel.
Universal Pass, I can't see the
That's all
cost
right.
right now. It's not letting me do that. They're mean to me. I guess I'm just gonna have to buy a pass just to find out. But hey, if you are a pass member and you have the answer, let us know on social media. You can inbox us. We would appreciate that. Or let us know on Discord.
Yeah. Are we going to move on to our next amazing topic?
Actually, before we move on to our
I know I have another segue. That's why I'm asking. I'm working on my segues here.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, so
allow it this
what's
time.
going to be interesting, and I can't wait. I mean, I'm here for it. Is when Kevin and Amanda from Where in the Park get to go to Universal Epic Adventure. How many pictures do you think Kevin's going to have to take to create another game pack for? I mean, he takes like thousands of pictures every time they go, and I can't. I could just see. Could you see Kevin walk around, click, just like everything? It's gonna. It's.
He's going to take 999 photos.
There's always room for one more, though.
There's always room for one more.
He's very detail oriented.
But then they're going to have that game. They're going to have that game pack as well, and then that nice lady from the beginning of the ad is going to ask us, "What theme park game are you doing?" So let's hear from Where in the Park.
Hey fam, what scavenger hunt are you doing?
Well, we are doing Where in the Park.
Do you guys know Where in the Park? Because we do.
We do. So how you play this is that they give you a deck of cards with an image on it, and you get to look around and see where in the park that is.
And they're fun. So if you like to find stuff, this is what you need to do.
The amazing game. We're in the park right here.
If you're a seasoned Disney park goers, as we are, it's a fun, challenging even for the hardcore Disney parks fan.
We have played the Where in the Park games that we felt like, ooh, we got
still
this
a challenge.
Oh no, yeah, still a challenge, a fun challenge though, not an impossible challenge.
Check
yeah,
them
really
out.
they get really close to details, and you're like, I have never even seen that. I don't even know.
Where in the park have I seen that?
The great thing about these is that they're not in attractions and they're out in the open places. It's meant for families to play.
Besides people who've been there a lot, it's fun for people that are new to the parks as well, because you catch some of those details that you would probably miss when you're first going.
So there's images that you are finding on one side of the card, and then the other has the hint and the answer that you can reveal if you choose to.
Before it was just the hint and the answer, but now if you really want the land,
it'll tell you
they'll
where.
give you the land for an extra hint. You guys can take as long as you wish without the hint.
Yeah.
Without the hint, it's hard.
But that's what makes it fun.
But they do not just do Disney parks, obviously. What other parks do you guys actually cover?
Universal and all that good stuff.
East Coast, West Coast, and they're continuing to expand even more after that.
Check them out, whereinthepark.com, if you need to get some game packs. They are so much fun.
So we appreciate Where in the Park.
They're awesome.
We love
Kevin and
that.
Amanda.
Get you some Where in the Park today.
Hell yeah.
Use promo code Walt's APT Podcast to save 10% at whereinthepark.com.
Hey, Where in the Park is my people. So you see that end of that ad? SeaWorld representation. We're there.
Yep. Louis is team. This is why you haven't seen Louis for a while, because he's been like protesting because we're not discussing SeaWorld. So maybe if the Extra Magic Hour crew could do that, we could get Louis back a little bit more. But
No, that's not happening.
Say something.
Okay, awkward moment of silence. Bro, fix your face. If you are not watching, if you're listening to the audio version of this podcast and you want to see the absolutely ridiculous faces that L Money has been making at me all night,
go
look at our YouTube at Walt's Apartment Productions. You get to see the video of this recording and you will love it because his face is absolutely ridiculous. I mean that in the nicest way possible. Sean.
Yes, ma'am.
We're actually going to close out with a quick trip from you because you just took a trip to Disneyland. So
I did.
Tell us everything.
I went down to SoCal for some business stuff, and when you're in SoCal, if you can make it work, you gotta mix in a Disney trip as well. So I was able to make it work with the help of Getaway Today. They helped hook it up. It was awesome, and I will tell you that the process is very clean. Anyway, okay. So
wild behavior.
It was fun. It was the very first time in all the years I've ever been there, I went by myself. I've never been to Disneyland by myself. And it was the most crazy thing. I got the Genie Plus. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna try this out. And I did the Genie Plus. I rode everything I wanted to ride. I rode every ride I wanted to by like 1 o'clock in Disneyland. And then I literally sat up by the railroad and literally had a thing of popcorn, and I literally watched the park for like an hour, and then I went down. I sat right down in the town square and watched the Disneyland band. It was just a chill time, and I had the best time. Then I checked into my hotel. I will also say, first time ever that I've seen World of Color. So I've all the times I've ever been, I've never seen World of Color. Not the first one, not this one, not the one between it, not this one over here. This one called World of Color 1. Basically, what it is it tells you that you need the one thing that's going to start everything. And I was telling someone, I said, I'm glad I went by myself because they brought up Coco, and you bring up Coco and anything, you cry. So I mean, they have Coco and Remember Me, and it was just great. It was a really good time. I would highly recommend anyone ever going to Disneyland if you can go by yourself. I mean, we don't need to talk about my trip because that's what this show is about, is we talk about the theme park. So I rode all the rides. I rode every mountain I possibly could. I rode all of them actually, which was except Tiana's because I didn't want to have soggy socks the rest of the day, but I rode everything I possibly could, and it was a great time. And I highly, highly, highly recommend a solo trip to any Disney park or Universal if that's your bag, or Knott's Berry Farm, or
SeaWorld.
Even SeaWorld. I mean,
So,
even SeaWorld, we definitely could.
Sean, if you had to pick one moment that was your absolute best part of the day, what would you say is number one?
Can I say two?
No, you have to pick one.
No, she said one.
I said
follow the rules.
Follow the rules. I might give you an honorable mention after if there's time.
I'll say watching World of Color. It was never experienced it before. I've only walked by because my kids never wanted to stop and watch it. But to stand there and watch it, and I'm like, I'm the biggest Fantasmic fan in the world. It's my favorite. But this was on point. And what they do with water and lights and some little bit of fire, god dang, man, it was really good. It was absolutely amazing.
Did you feel the Disney magic?
100%. And they throw enough Walt in there, just a couple of his words, like, ah, shit, they're gonna have Walt talk, and then everyone gets emotional, and then but it was good.
All right. I like you enough to give you an honorable mention.
Honorable mention was sitting in town square, eating some popcorn, watching Disneyland band, doing not a damn thing for an hour. Literally just sitting there, just listening to the music, watching people walk by, watching people knock over their popcorn and say, "It's okay, someone will clean that up." I'm like, "You're kind of an ass," but it's just like you just see, and then to pivot on I listened a lot more this time I was there, and to hear people talk like they know about Disney is the funniest thing to me. When they have no idea what the hell they're talking about, I just
hold on. You find it funny people talk about Disney thinking they know about have the irony in you saying that.
Why? I know everything. What do you want to know?
We can address this off the air, gentlemen. But as far as this extra magic hour goes, we are wrapping up.
Just an hour too. Look at that. Man.
We have talked about our continental parks, our international parks. We've talked about Universal, and it's good to have Sean and Lou here on the extra magic hour, even with Lou's absolutely ridiculous faces, which I promise
you just need to watch this episode on YouTube just to watch Lewis's face throughout the whole episode.
You do, and I mean, it's good to have you guys here as always.
Thanks for letting us join. It's an honor to join your show.
My show? It. I'm glad that it's my show now. Am I taking it over? It's fine. It's fine. I'll take the honors. But this is the show you brought me in to do, Sean.
Yeah,
so here I am, finally leading the helm for a day. So
let's go. The crew should be back next week, I believe.
Fingers crossed.
That's the EMH crew will all be reassembled next week,
unless there is, any unforeseen circumstances.
You never know.
Yes, but until next time.
What do you guys say to end this show?
We'll see you in the parks.
That's what you say.